I heard you complain all week. Oh, there's no good matchups. Oh, there's barely any ranked games. Then we got upsets. We got teams eliminated left and right from the college football playoff. We have teams showing they are true contenders. And guess what I do? Yeah, I cover every single game from the week. All 55 recapped. Here we go. But first, make sure to smack that like button. It's week 10. Let's hit 1,000 likes. 2-10 last year. Kennesaw is now bowl eligible. 57-yard punt return to the house. I'll just keep it pushing. This game was ugly as shit. UTEP's 2-6. Let's just celebrate the win. Holy shit. JMU's quarterback threw for 264 yards and 5 total tutties on only 12 completions. That's stupid. The Dukes are 7-1. They're only lost to Louisville, and I would be scared if I'm an American team because they could sneak in and take that Go5 spot. So Jack State won, but I'll show you this play that sums up the entire game. What in the hell is going on here? I don't know. You know what? It's Wednesday Night Football. It is what it is. Bear season, baby. You know why? The Missouri State Bears are 6-0 in October for the last 2 seasons. They ran the rock well this game and controlled the tempo late. Talk about Halloween, back from the dead, spooky. Coastal is back from the dead, down 10 in the third until Marshall went fumble, interception, fumble in consecutive drives, absolutely choking and leaving the door open for the shot to clear. If I was a Tulane fan, I would cry right now. You know damn well you're losing your coach this offseason, and all you had to do to stay in the playoff race was get a win against a mid UTSA. Now, I know they've been scoring well this season, but Green Wave, you gave up 48. Their quarterback went 31 of 33, Owen McCown. Now, this is how it's done for a group of 5 contender. Walk in there, take care of business, and leave. But Brendan Lewis did leave the game limping, so watch out for Memphis. A big fat, I told you so. UNC have been trending up all season. It was only a matter of time. Their defense has been solid, and all they needed was a good performance from quarterback Gio Lopez. He gave that 15 of 19, no picks, and boom, Chapel Bill. If Sam Houston gets a win this year, I will go to their home opener in 2026 and streak the field butt-ass naked. I am shocked. UNT is a team that will throw it for 500 on your head, but it was the run game that was the MVP. Caleb Hawkins, freshman, 197 yards. They made the most of limited possessions because Navy holds the ball all damn game. 65-yard TD to the his house. The Max always sells my picks, bro. Bowling Green, you should have won this. Why do you always sell? UAB secondary just got cooked. Their head coach is already gone. It's a shit show. UConn is hot right now. Next game. Y'all swore this was going to be the game of the year back in August. I couldn't have predicted how it would have turned out either, but I'll ask you this one question. You can answer in the comments. Is Ohio State really that good, or is it just the schedule? Do you think they would be undefeated in the SEC? I don't know. It's up for complete discussion. Illinois is your slightly above average Big Ten team. They'll win all the games they should, then lose all the ranked matchups. Luke Altmaier is a good QB. It's been their defense that's been selling them in 2025. I overreacted and thought Texas was shit after the last few weeks. Now, I don't think it's Vandy choking when the lights were bright. It's Sark with still one of the most talented rosters in football. The Longhorn offense set the tone early with the big scores. They contained Pavia, something that no one has done this season, sacked him 6 times, and shit, we have to face is that Texas is still good. Manny Diaz, your hairy nutsack, dragged on the floor as you walked out of Death Valley after a shootout game. Duke ties it with 40 seconds. Oh no, they didn't tie it. Fuck it. We go for 2. Darian Mensah is him. Now, congrats to SMU. What a gutsy final drive to send it to overtime. But Mario Cristobal, you have one of the most freakishly talented rosters in college football yet again, and this is the result year after year. I'm going to be honest, when does Miami start to question if he is the right fit? Here's your sleepy Big 12 game of the week that no one watched. Sick'em. Houston, what are we doing? 4 turnovers, the third quarter from hell. West Virginia ran the clock. This is why we play the game. Doesn't matter who wins this game because America wins. Army's final drive of the game. What a big time kick. We all know the Big 12 is a cannibalistic bloodbath, but this makes it even worse. Every team is going to finish at 6-6. ASU had their 40-year-old backup quarterback Jeff Sims in the game, and boy rushed for a school record 228 yards. This game was straight out of NCAA 26. No, Temple was having a great year. I was rooting for them. ECU had 358 rushing yards, and not a single rusher went for over 100. It was you get a carry, you get a carry, you get a carry, you get. You look at the record and think VT is an easy game, but not so fast. They're pretty hot right now. Tough road win for Louisville. Kewan Brown had that huge run late. All of those times where UNLV won those close games, we knew they were pretenders. New Mexico's coach Jason Eck is definitely going somewhere else this offseason. Book it right now. We're in November, and Delaware has not won a road game. Simple. Check out the 72-yard run by the Flames. No defense was played in this one. Who would have thought that Louisiana would be having as good of a year as LSU? What a time. They thoroughly dominated and led 31-7 in this game. Colton Joseph, ODU quarterback, had a day. 3 rushing tutties, not much here. Seeing Boise get torched on the blue turf is a rare sight. Fresno completed only 10 passes for 35 yards. They won on turnovers. They are doing all this with a first-year head coach. New Mexico State, it's okay. You were outmatched in this game. The Tops are top in the conference, but hey, a nice little scoop and score. Pittsburgh, the best team in college football that no one is talking about. They're now 5-0 after their starting quarterback went down. Turning over the ball 4 times and still winning is a bit odd, but it's Stanford. It makes sense. Avery Johnson, 46 yards. Housegall. Well, Tech took that personal. They dominated the rest of the game. Starting quarterback Baron Morton is back from injury. That's good news. While the rest of the conference falls apart, Texas Tech is still rolling, and game day is coming to Lubbock next week. Notre Dame, that was not pretty at all. They just couldn't move the ball. Credits to BC defense, a 1-7 team showing fight. This is a gritty Minnesota team. They won some awesome games this year. A slugfest in the first half, knotted in the fourth, a 15-yard 7-yard penalty fucked MSU in OT, and Minnesota took advantage. Jonathan Smith could be fired tomorrow. If Kurt Cignetti ever lost a game like this, he'd probably kill all his players. All the SEC teams fighting for their life every week, and IU is just dancing and prancing through Maryland. It would not be a Georgia game if there was not a comeback, but it shouldn't be surprising that it was close. Rivalry tempers, all of that. Florida, 2 for 11 on third downs, 0 for 2 on fourth downs. It was the difference, especially this one. Dogs 18-yard line in the fourth. Ouch. Talk about clutch, though. Gunnar Stockton is the anti-Carson Beck. This is probably one of the most flawed Georgia teams I've ever seen, but better to be lucky than good sometimes. You watch this game, you would know this was not the number 15 team in the nation beating a 5-3 team. It looked like the local high school JV game, especially when both offenses stalled out in the fourth quarter. UVA won on this JKS interception. Cal is the king of broken hearts. What, bro? I was following this game on the ESPN app, and I was like, oh shit, State's gonna lose. Down 14 in the fourth. 75-yard drive ends in a tutty. Forced a punt. Field goal. Forced another punt and another huge drive for 7. Boom. Blake Shapen. Now that is clutch. KU only had 2 possessions in the first half. It was weird. Once they started getting the ball in the second, this game was long gone. I'm sure those shirtless OK State fans were going bananas. Western jumps ahead with 4 minutes left to go. Central, time to go Brady mode. Final drive. Clutch time. First play pick. Coach Prime, get ready to learn Chinese. Now, Colorado being 3-6 in the season after Sanders and Hunter is okay, but it's the way they're losing games back-to-back weeks with a beatdown. SDSU is the lone wolf atop the Mountain West. Now, you'll say, oh, they're 7-1. Who have they played? Their defense gets like 4 takeaways a game. That'll travel against anyone. Purdue is literally Arkansas this year. Horrible record, but they've been close in damn near every game. Now, it was a late touchdown to make it 21-16, but Michigan played ugly as shit, just like Notre Dame, saving all that juice for Ohio State. They were all saying, Ole Miss trap game. Bro, they played the Citadel next week. Sandwich game, my asshole. Once again, it was South Carolina's lack of O-line that lost them the game. Ole Miss got 6 sacks, picked off Sellers twice. Trinidad Chambliss didn't even need to have a great game. He was just chilling. I will say, this blackout at Lincoln Memorial was sexy, but once again, another big game for the Huskers. Another mortifying loss with Dylan Raiola getting injured and leaving in crunch time. Who would have expected USC to win a meat grinder game? Their worst passing game in literally 7 years. Isn't it fun to say that the Trojans control their own destiny to the CFP in November? 1 scoop and score. 4 field goals, 3 of them over 50 yards. Big cock Tate. 2 offensive touchdowns. That is how OU won the game, bro. But Tier, if you can't do it with the hand, do it with the legs, baby boy. Tennessee is chopped. I've been saying this all along. Things took a turn for the absolute worst for Auburn, losing at home to Kentucky. I'll say it again. Losing at home to Kentucky. 7 sacks allowed. Hugh Freeze. It is over. Auburn fans have been through hell and back. Well, here's a coach going hard to keep his job. Florida State wants Bama. Oh, wait up. We saw it coming. Tech famously plays down to their competition. From the opening drive, you were like, oh shit, the Jackets are in trouble. Tech kept driving the length of the field and kept getting stood up, having to kick field goals too many times. NC State started to pull away late in the third. Georgia Tech hung in, but the Wolfpack, too many big plays. Jaden Scott, leading rusher in the ACC. This conference is flawed. Forget the 0-7 start. Our defense is so back. We are leading the conference. Auto bid us right now. Battle for the Sun Belt West lead, and Troy did not come to play. Arkansas State jumped all over them. 17-0 early. It was over. And here's more Big 12 chaos. It wouldn't be the same without it. Since the first road game in a real tough environment, Salt Lake, and yeah, Utah's going to be tough to beat at home. They started to wear down Cincy as the game went along. This literally ruined my day. We were living in a world where Hawaii controlled their destiny to go to the Mountain West title game, and it gets spoiled. Over 1,000 yards combined of offense, 1 turnover, peak late night Mountain West game. Hats off to San Jose State. I'll be honest, I did have to put down the evening slate of games because Game 7 of the World Series was probably one of the most wild sporting events I've ever seen in my life. So go comment, did you guys watch the World Series? Where are my baseball fans at? You know I love baseball. Anyways, like this video. If you're here this far, just fucking subscribe. I mean, come on. I do this every single week. I've been doing this for 10 weeks, man. I've been doing this for 10 weeks.